The following is a class on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, 7th chapter, text number 1, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 13th, 1972, in Ahmadabad, India.
Maya sakta manapartha jugam junjan madasraya asangsang samagrang mam jatha ghasasi tatshino. So, by the end of the 6th chapter, Krishna has explained the Ashtanga Yoga Siddhi. Ashtanga Yoga Siddhi, that Yoginam api sarvesam adgata antaratmana. Always who is thinking of Krishna within himself, Shraddhavan, with faith and knowledge, he is first class yogi. So, how this first class yoga system helps me? Because the other yoga system, they will disagree that simply by thinking of Krishna within one's heart, how one becomes perfect. That is explained from the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. How simply by understanding Krishna, you become well aware of everything. This yoga system. In the Vedas also it is stated, Jasmin vijñāte sarvametam vijñātam bhavanti. If you simply understand Krishna, then you know everything. The Krishna is the root of everything. That's what Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. We should always remember that this Bhagavad Gita is being spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, no more better authority. And God is speaking about Himself. Otherwise, by speculation you cannot understand God. That is not possible. You have to hear from God Himself, about God. Athapi te deva padam bhujaddayam prasada leshanugrhita evahi janati tattam na chana ekopi chirang vichinna. A person who has got little favor, athapi te deva padam, little favor from the lotus feet of your Lordship, he janati tattam, he knows what is tattva, what is absolute truth. Athapi te deva padam bhujaddayam prasada lesha, little favor, not all. Prasada leshanugrhita eva hi janati tattam. Na cha anya chirang vichinnan. Others may go on speculating for years and years. It is not possible to understand. So similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, another Vedic literature, it is said, Panthasu kuti satavatsa sampragamya vayurathapi manaso munipungavana. Munipungavana. Great saintly persons, sages, if they travel for millions of years, panthastu koti satavasa, koti again multiplied by hundreds and hundreds. Vayorathapi, on the airplane of air, not this metal airplane. It is actually air airplane. Or by the airplane of mind. Mind speed we know. Mind can run within a second many thousands of miles. Immediate. Suppose I am sitting here, so I have got my apartment in Los Angeles, 10,000 miles away. I can immediately. This is called mind speed. So with the mind speed, with the velocity of air, if one runs on to find out the Krishna planet or Krishna, still abhicinta tatte, still it is inconceivable tatte. Pantha sukuti satavastha sampragamma vayu rathapi manasu munipangavana sapastija prapadasina abhicinta tatte govindamadi purusam tamahang bhajami. Govinda is very, very difficult to understand by mental speculation. Philosophical thesis. Speculation without religion is simply waste of time. And religion without philosophical basis is sentiment. They must be combined together. So Bhagavad Gita is that. Religion combined with philosophy. If you simply take philosophy, it is dry speculation. No juice. Charvita charmanana, chewing the chewed. There is no benefit. And if you simply take religion without basis of philosophy, then it is fanaticism. That's all. So both should be combined. Religion based on philosophy and logic. That is it. So that combination is Bhagavad Gita. So here, in the 7th chapter beginning, opening chapter, it is said, Bhagavan. You are searching after God. Now here is God Himself speaking. So recognize God by all sages, Vyasdev, Narad, Asita, and later on by Ramanujarya, by Shankaracharya, by Madhacharya, by Vishnu Swami, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then our Guru Maharaj. So our method is very simple. Evam parampara praptam imam rajasaya vidu. So we accept this parampara system. I may not know what is God, but because my predecessors, acharyas, confirm it, the here is Bhagavan, we accept it, that's all. We save so much trouble by mental speculation. We accept the parampara system, therefore, and we get the result. So, that is the way. Now here, not only the parampara system begins from Krishna. As Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Imam vivasati yugam pratman aham abhyam. I spoke first to the sun god. It is not said first. Many times he has said to many predominating deities. But in this era, this is called the age of Vaivasvata Manu. There are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma. So Vaivasvata Manu is the 8th Manu. That means we are passing through the midday of this era, Manvantara. There is 14 Manus in one day of Brahma, and this era is called Vaivasvata Manu. because he is the son of Vibhushan. And that Vibhushan is given reference in the 4th chapter, Imam Vivasati Jugam Praptavan Ahmadabad. So if you simply calculate the age of Manu, it becomes 40 millions of years. So Bhagavad Gita is not a new thesis. It is coming from time immemorial. So Krishna is the original preceptor. So here Krishna again, personally speaking, the authority, personally, out of compassion and friendship, love to Arjuna, he is speaking directly to Arjuna. And Arjuna understood him, the Supreme Personality of God. Parabrahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Purusham. Purusham means person. It is not imperson. Imperson is the another feature of the person. Brahmana aham pratishtha, Krishna says. That the Brahma Jyoti, impersonal Brahma, that is situated upon me. Aham pratishtha. Just like we are sitting on this platform, this is pratishtha. Similarly, the Brahma Jyoti is situated on the person of Krishna. The person is the ultimate understanding of the absolute truth, not the impersonal feature. That is preliminary understanding or imperfect understanding. There is Brahma Jyoti. Just like we are experiencing the sunshine. The sunshine is also experience of the sun God, but it is imperfect understanding. It is not perfect understanding. If you want to understand the sun God, then you have to penetrate through the sunshine and reach the sun planet, and then if you are able to see the predominating deity of the sun planet, whose name is Vibhushan. Similarly, the whole material creation is a part of the Brahma Jyoti. Sarvam idam khalu Brahma. So, you have to penetrate. In the Ishopanishad, it is said that it is requesting that you kindly wind up your Brahma Jyoti so I can see your face rightly. So ultimately there is person. Tattavas vadanti tat tattavidas tatyam jad jnanam adhyam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti sadhya. This is the version of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Brahma realization is for the persons who are trying to understand the absolute truth by philosophical speculation. That is the understanding. Similarly, the localized Paramatma feature is realized by the yogis. Dhyanavasthitina tadgatina manasa pasyanti jam yogi. And the devotees, they realize directly the Supreme Personality of God, Bhagavan, Saraisajya Bhagavan, with full richness, full reputation, full strength, full knowledge, full renunciation. This is the meaning of Bhagavan. I have already explained. So that Bhagavan is speaking. The Maya Sattamana Prtha, those who have developed attachment for me, Maya Sakta, only attached to Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness, always thinking of Krishna. Maya Sattamana Prtha Yogam Junjan Madasraya. This is yoga. It is already explained by the end of the 6th chapter. Yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratma. One who has developed attachment for Krishna, he has come to perfection simply by developing. And this development of attachment is possible by this archan vidhi. Just like rising early in the morning, offering Mangalarati, then changing the dress, garlanding, dressing, so many things. From morning 4 to up to night at 10 o'clock, there is program. That is real temple worship. Not that the temple is closed whole day and night and the pujari goes for 5 minutes and bells again closed. No, there is system. Sri Vigraharadhana Nityanana Singaratana Mandiramarjanado. There's so many activities in temple worship. So for the Kanishtadhikari, neophytes, those who are serious to awaken his attachment for Krishna, they must take to this Archan Marg. This is called Archan Marg, temple worship. Everyone can establish a small temple in his house, and he can begin family-wise, himself, his wife, his children. That is what this Krishna consciousness movement wants to see, that every house has become a temple of Krishna. That is our program. Maya Shakti, just to increase the attachment for Krishna. That is needed, especially for the grihasthas. For the householders, still in India, there are many respectable families. They are maintaining a small temple. Therefore Krishna says, Suchirang simatangehi yoga bhrashta sanjayat. Yoga bhrashta. This yogam junyan madasvaya. This bhakti yoga. One who could not finish the 100% bhakti yoga in one life, at least he is guaranteed to have next life as a human being. Because Krishna says, Suchinam simatangehi yoga bhrashta sanjaya. Suchinam means first class Brahmana, Vaishnava. They are called Suchi. The Suchi, just the opposite word is Muchi. Muchi means most nasty habits, and Suchi means most clean habits. So, one poet said, যে শুচি হয়ে মুচি হয় যদি কৃষ্ণ ত্যাজে, মুচি হয়ে শুচি হয় যদি কৃষ্ণ ভজে. If one becomes Krishna conscious, even though he is born in the family of Muchi, he becomes Suchi. And even though one is born in the family of Suchi, Brahmana, if he rejects Krishna, he becomes Muchi. The Suchi hai Muchi hai, Jadi Krishna bhaje, and Suchi hai Muchi hai, Jadi Krishna bhaje. This is the... So, the highest perfection of life is to awaken our dormant Krishna consciousness. That is high perfection. Everyone has got Krishna consciousness dormant. It is covered by the influence of Maya. By the influence of Maya. That is also stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yeah. Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Sadha Kobhu Noy Savanadi Suddha Chitte Karayuda. Nitya Siddha Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So therefore our relationship with Krishna is natural. It is natural. Just like my part and parcel of the finger. So without finger, my body is imperfect. Finger must be. So the existence of finger with this body, it is natural. Similarly, to remain with Krishna, that is our natural position, constitutional position. Remain with Krishna as cowherd boy, as gopi, as Krishna's father, Krishna's mother, Krishna's servant, Krishna's trees, Krishna's jauna, Krishna's flower, Krishna's Vrindavan land. Remain with Krishna in any form if you like. Shanta, Dasa, Sokha, Vatsalya, Madhurya. In any melody, humor, you can remain with Krishna. That is our natural position. But when we try to imitate Krishna, to become an imitation Krishna, just like there are so many persons, they say, I am Krishna. This is Maya. Immediately, because we are trying to forget Krishna, our relationship with Krishna, immediately Maya captures. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhagavan cha kare, pasete Maya tare japotiya dhare. As soon as we desire to forget Krishna, or to rebel against Krishna, so why I shall serve Krishna? I am Krishna. Immediately Maya is there. Side by side. Krishna is there. Apasat Purusham Purnam Maya jad apasrayam. When Vyasdev, after getting instruction from Narada, he wanted to write Srimad Bhagavatam. So he first of all meditated. Bhakti yogena manasi apasat purusham purnam maya jad apasrayam. He saw both Krishna and his illusory energy. Apasrayam, on the backside. So Krishna is never influenced by the illusory energy, Maya. We become influenced by the Maya. Krishna, just like the cloud. Cloud cannot cover the sun. It is our eyes which are covered by the cloud. We say that now the sun is covered by the cloud. No, that is not the fact. Sun is very, very big. Sun cannot be covered by cloud. It is our eyes which are covered by the cloud. Similarly, Maya, we are teeny, part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, we are covered by Maya. Sometimes, not always. Krishna, when we forget Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhagavan cha kare, pasete Maya tare japoti adar. As soon as we try to forget Krishna, immediately Maya is there. Therefore, the reversing process, if we want to go back again to Krishna, then Daividhesa gunamayi mama maya durattaya. You cannot go back to home, back to Godhead by your own speculation. That is not possible. Chiranga vichinna. You can go on speculating to become one with God. That is another thing. But if you actually want to know God and see God, then as Krishna says, Mamevada prapadante mayamedam tarantite. Simply surrender to Krishna and Maya will give you no more trouble. You can see Krishna. This is the process. Therefore, Krishna says, Maya saktamana prata, yogam. This is yoga system. It's called bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga system. So a neophyte devotee should be engaged in temple worship. But if he does not make further improvement, if he sticks to the simply temple worship, then he remains a Kanishtadikar, lower standard devotee. lower standard devotee. But one has to become first standard devotee. At least one must have first standard devotee is very high position, spiritual position. But at least we must come to the second standard. The lower standard is Acchayameva hare jap pujang suddhaya hate natad bhakteshu charneshu sabhakta prakita smitaha. Accha, this Accha Vigraha, deity, Krishna, Acchayameva hare, the deity of Krishna, jap pujang suddhaya ihate, with great devotion and according to the rules and regulations, if one performs, that is very nice. But if he does not improve, not of bhakteshu charneshu, he does not become knowable to the devotees and other persons, then he remains a kanishtadikari, sabhakta prakita. Prakita means in the material platform. He does not actually promote it to the spiritual platform. If he simply remains. Therefore, along with the worship of Krishna in the temple, these hearings should be Savanam Kirtana, just like we are doing. We do not engage only the devotees to the temple worship, but there must be program for hearing Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the science of God. Otherwise, after some time, simply if you ring the bell, after some time you will be disgusted and the whole thing will be lost, as it has become now in India. There is no instruction about Krishna consciousness. They simply attach to the temple and belling, and now it is now zero. Devotion is zero. So two things must go on. Parallel. Then if two things must go, then you are promoted to the second platform. Madhyamadikari. Madhyamadikari means at that time he sees four things. Ishara tadadhineshu balisheshu disastu cha prema maitri kripa pekkha jap karati sa madhyam. Madhyama. Ishara, by Archan Vidhi, he understands Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by this process, by the regulative process, by the instruction of the spiritual master, by the regulative principle set up in the bhakti shastras, just like Narad Pancharatra, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There are many. So at that time, if one comes from the lower platform to the, of course we must know that any devotee, either in the lower platform or in the second platform or in the first platform, they are to be considered as devotees. Not that because one is in the material platform, he is not devotee. He is also devotee. But he has to improve. The improvement means he must know what is Krishna. Simply, if he remains attached to the temple worship and does not try to understand who is a Krishna devotee and how he has to deal with others, natad bhakteshu charneshu, we have got some duty to others. This is preaching word. This is preaching word. One should not be satisfied simply by worshipping in the temple. Then he will remain a neophyte. He must become a preacher, Krishna consciousness. Then he comes to the second class. So when he becomes a preacher, he sees four things. He sees God, Krishna, Ishara, Tadadhina, and the devotees. Tadadhina means those who have accepted Krishna as the Param Purush. There is another verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Ithang Brahma Sukhanubhutya Dasangatanang Paradaivati. Dasangatanang, for the bhaktas, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Paradeva. Ithang Brahma Sukhanubhutya Dasangatanang Paradaivatena Maya Sitanang Naradarakena Sadhang Vijayahu Kritapurna Punya. When Sukadeva Goswami described the cowherd boy playing with Krishna, so he is remarking that these boys who are playing with Krishna, who is this Krishna? Ithang Brahma Sukhanubhutya. Those are impersonalists, those who are attached to the impersonal Brahma Jyoti. For them, he is the target. He is the target. From him the Brahma Jyoti comes. Ithang Brahma Sukhanubhuti. And Dasangatanang Paradayvata. And those who are devotees, for them, here is the Supreme Lord. Dasangatanang Paradayvata. And Maya Sitanang Naradarakena. And those who are under the influence of Maya, for them is ordinary human child. The same person. Different views. One is saying that the ultimate target of Brahma Jyoti, and somebody is saying that he is the Supreme Lord, and somebody is saying that he is ordinary boy. So, Krishna is visioned under different position, but he is the Supreme Lord. So, this yoga system, attachment for Krishna, begins from the temple worship and ends into Mahabhagavat. Mahabhagavat means who simply sees Krishna, nothing. Sarvatra spuraitar ishtadeva. Thabor jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti. Similarly in the Bhagavad Gita also, Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmani gavihastini sunite sapake pandita samadarshi. He does not see anything but Krishna. A Mahabhagavat, when he sees a tree, he does not see the form of the tree, but he sees Krishna. That is Mahabharata. That we should not imitate. That is the highest stage, perfectional stage. But at least we come to the middle stage. What is that middle stage? So we must understand what is God, what is Krishna. Perfect understanding. And tadadhin, and his devotees. Ishara tadadhina. Balis means innocent person. They are they do not know actually what is God. And Dishat means envious. The four classes are men. God, his devotee, innocent person, and envious person. Demons. So, the person who is promoted to the second stage, he'll deal with these four classes of division different. Ishare pray. One should try to learn how to love Krishna. Jato bhakti radhokha. That is first class. And Ishare tadadhineshu balishu disasya. Prema, love for Krishna, and Maitri, and to make friendship with the devotees. Prema Maitri. And Kripa, those who are innocent, one should be merciful. The devotee should be merciful. Just to awaken their Krishna consciousness. And Disasucha, Upekha. And those who are envious, they should be rejected. These four classes. To try to love Krishna, to make friendship with devotees, and to give some service to the innocent public who does not know what is God. and those who are envious, asuras, they should be rejected. The Madhyamadikari should not touch the demons, because maybe he may turn again be demon. Therefore, one should be very careful to associate with the demons. But when one becomes Uttamadhikari, Mahabhagavat, he does not see anyone as demon. He sees everyone is worshipping Krishna. I am not worshipping. This is Mahabhagavat. Just like Radharani. Radharani always feels that I do not know how to love Krishna. Here is a gopi, how she loves Krishna. That is her. This is called Mahabhagavat. So we should not imitate Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the symbol of Radharani's Mahabhagavat. He says that I do not love Krishna. I do not know how to love Krishna. Then if somebody says, why you are crying? Well, that is a show. I am making a show. I am crying. Then what is the symptom? Then the symptom is this: if I would have loved Krishna, then without him I have died long ago. I should have died. I am living still without Krishna. That means I do not love Krishna. This is Mahabhagavat. Separation. Aslishava padartang pinastamam marmahatang karotu va adarasana jatha tatha va vidudhadulam pata mat prananathasta saiva napa. This is Mahabharata. Mahabharata we should not imitate. But we should not remain also as Kanishthadikari. We must come to the Madhyamadikari, middle stage. So these stages will manifest gradually. If we simply try to develop our attachment for Krishna. So this is the beginning. Archanam. Samanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam. Therefore, every grihastha, because grihasthas are busy in so many ways, they have no opportunity to preach, but they must take to Archan. Every house, every householder, they must, what is difficult? Just like we have got in this platform, deity of Radha Krishna, everyone can install Radha Krishna deity at home, and under the instruction of spiritual master and shastric regulation. Then if we engage ourselves in Archan Vidhi, then automatically all the anomalies of life will stop. Adu sadhya tato sadhu sangha ato bhajana kriya. This Archan Vidhi is one of the items of bhajan. Bhajana kriya. So anartha nivittisya. If every house engages in this Archan Vidhi, so many unwanted things will vanish. You'll have no more interest for seeing cinema, or going to the restaurant, or smoking bidi, and wasting time by unnecessary talks. So many things, then your life will be perfect. So many nonsense things will go automatically. Anartha nivittisya. So therefore, to become Krishna conscious, every house, everywhere, every person, every human being should adopt this Archan Vidhi. Then at least he will save so many unnecessary. Anartha nivittisya. Adu sadhya tato sadhu sangha. So Krishna says that Maya sattamana Prtha. My dear Arjun is addressed as Prtha. Very familiar. Because Prtha, Krishna, Arjun's mother's name was Prtha, Kunti's name. So, and Prtha, Kunti, happened to be the aunt of Krishna. So he is very feelingly, in a familiar way, he is addressing Prtha. My dear Arjun, Prtha. Maya Saktamana. simply by increasing attachment for me. Mayasa. Mayasakta mana prartha yogam. This is yoga. This is perfect yoga. Yoginam api sarve. Mad asraya. This yoga system should be executed directly under my direction or under the direction of a representative of mine. The spiritual master is the representative of Krishna. How he becomes representative? What is the test? The test is just like anyone can understand. Representative. Suppose a business firm's representative is going to canvass for business. What is his business? He will take the interest of the firm, not his personal interest. He will try to secure business for the firm he is working, not for his personal. That is perfect representative. And if he goes in the name of the firm's representative and he does his own business, then he is a liar. Similarly, Krishna's representative means one who speaks about Krishna as Krishna speaks. And if he adulterates, he is a liar. He is not representative. He is not representative. Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakta mad jaji mang namaskuru. And if the representative says, just become a devotee of Krishna, just worship Krishna, just offer your obeisance to Krishna, he is representative. Krishna says, Sarvadharman parittajya mamekang saranang braja. And the representative will say that you give up all other process, you simply surrender to Krishna. He will never say that I am Krishna. He will never say. He is not representative of Krishna, he is a liar. He is not representative. So to become representative of Krishna is not very difficult. Simply one has to become very sincere, that's all. That whatever Krishna says, he will say. Just like Arjuna accepted. Sarvavetam ritang manne jadvadasi kesava. That is the principle. My dear Kesava, Krishna, whatever you are speaking, I accept them all in toto, without any refund. That is the principle of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amar aggaye guru haiya, taro ei desh. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna hori. Amar aggaye. One has to carry out the order of God. He is the principle. Otherwise liar, misnomer. So, therefore Krishna says, Madasraya. Madasraya. Either under my direction, the direction is there, or my representatives, more. No, that is required.
Your divine will. In order to understand Sri Bhagavan Krishna, we have to take your help. That is, you can explain what are the words of Krishna. And in order to understand yourself, we have to take the help of so many other persons. You speak in English and Sanskrit or Hindi, and at college, at school, so many teachers taught us Sanskrit, Hindi, and this geography, because there are so many illustrations in your speech also. Then Guru has been defined like this. Agyam Veram Dhatsyo Jnanam Janishadaya Chakshurasmiritam Yeno Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Agyam Veram, about Jnana, nothing has been said whether it is spiritual Jnana or material Jnana. So, in order to understand the you and through yourself to Krishna, all these so-called gurus or I may say teachers, they have contributed towards understanding or developing Krishna consciousness. Now, leaving aside these material teachers, I am taking the taking one spiritual guru who gave me Krishna consciousness first and who taught me to worship God Krishna and to maintain a temple in my own house and to learn shlokas from Gita or the Srimad Bhagavad. And I even learned by rote some adhyayas of Bhagavatam and Gita. But you see, I could not understand anything. Now, after going through your literature, complete literature, now the whole light has come to me, and I have begun to understand even that Guru who gave me first Krishna consciousness. I don't challenge or question the bona fides of that Guru. Just like a boy preventing from class, not attending the class, there is no fault of the Guru. Guru has been delivering his lecture, but I am preventing, I am not attending the class. So you see, I can't blame that Guru. But now I have understood everything from your way, and now that Ajnan has been removed, I have now become more Krishna conscious than before. So, should I give credit to all those Gurus who have helped me to understand, or should I now select, should I exercise any choice that I should accept this Guru or that Guru or whom? So that doubt should be cleared.
Guru is only one. Guru means, as you explained, Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave. One who eradicates the Ajnan, Andhakar, darkness. In the darkness, if somebody brings a lamp, Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya, the Jnana Roop, your torch light, he is Guru. So, maybe different degrees, but anyone who opens the spiritual eyes is Guru. So, but in the Shastra it is said, Guru api karja karjam ajanat. If I accept some Guru, but later on it appears that he did not know what is to be done, what is to be not to be done. Then Sri Jiva Goswami says that such Guru parityaga vidhiyat. Such Guru should be rejected. But it doesn't matter the degree. Actually, if the Guru teaches Krishna consciousness, then he may be in lesser degree, but he is accepted as Guru. There is no question of rejection. Because Krishna is actually Gyan. One who teaches Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one has to know Krishna, one has to surrender to Krishna. This kind of teaching is required. And if the Guru says that I am Krishna, everyone is Krishna, then Daridra Krishna, Daridra Nara, he is not a Guru. He is not a Guru. He is misguiding. Misguiding. Avaishnava Guru na sasyat. This is the Shastric injunction. Satkarma Nipuna Vipra Mantra Tantra Visharad. Generally, a qualified Brahmana becomes Guru. That is natural. Brahmana is the head of the society. So he is, without becoming Brahmana, nobody can become Guru. That is also fair. Because Brahmana means Brahma Janati iti Brahma. One who knows Brahma. So, Guru must be a Brahma. A qualified Brahma, not born Brahma, so-called Brahma. Qualified. So, still, Brahmana's qualification, short karma, pathan, pathan, jajan, jajan, dan, pratigya. So, Shastra says, the short karma nipuna vipra. If one vipra is quite expert in executing the 6 kinds of business, and mantra tantra visharada, and is very well known in the Vedic mantras and hymns and everything complete. But if he is a Vaishnava, if he is not Vaishnava, he does not know Vishnu Tattva or Krishna Tattva, then he cannot become spiritual master. Avaishnava guru nasasya, Shat Vaishnava sapacha guru. But if a Vaishnava, one who knows Vishnu Tattva, Krishna Tattva, even if he is born in the family of sapacha, the dog eaters, Chandal, he can be accepted as guru. So, the real test is whether the guru is a Vaishnava, whether he knows the science of Krishna. That is also confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kiva Vipra, Kiva Shudra, Nasikane Noy, Jai Krishna Tattvavetta Sei Guru Hai. It doesn't matter what he is, whether he is a sannyasi or a grihastha or a brahmana or born in brahmana family, it doesn't matter. Jai Krishna Tattva, anyone who knows Krishna, he can become, not others. So that is the statement of the Shastra. If a Vaishnava cannot become guru.
In your present private declare, also attending that I have found your system of Krishna consciousness is best and very practical. That is why I have.
Hare Krishna.